Denzel. I'm 23. I was in high school. I think I was about 13, 14, I believe. And Leroy came in and was holding sessions in the high school, and that's when I first got introduced to sweet science. I think at the time he was doing it for maybe people that weren't really going on the right track in high school. So I think that's what the aim of it was. I can't really remember too tough. And yeah, I think I was one of them people. I fit into that category at the time. So yeah, I got on the sessions. Growing up in the generation that I grew up in, I feel like it has its trials and tribulations. And there's definitely moments in time where you have to make a crucial decision as to whether you're gonna do something that may seem very little at the time, but it can sway your life in a very different direction. And I feel like if the forces in your favor aren't pulling you back enough, it's very easy to fall into certain traps and become the stereotype for the London youth nowadays. Fitness, discipline, a bit of desire to be better, do better. And yeah, I think discipline is the main thing. There's so many pros to it. Fitness, of course, fitness is one. Changes your mental state as soon as you start sweating. I mean, you feel different about yourself for sure. And I feel like there's something very, very humbling about strapping up your gloves or skipping on the skipping rope or holding the plank until you can't hold it anymore. And I genuinely believe that doing all these things with sweet science kind of molded me and developed me into the person I am today. I grew up in an area that was heavily affected with knife crime and post-code violence, post-code wars. And I feel like there's so many opportunities you get where you have to make crucial decisions, and if the things in your favor aren't pulling you in a different direction, it's very easy to fall into that trap. Yeah, so I think it was 2019 or 18. I believe I was about 18 years old. And of course I had been with sweet science for about 3 or 4 years before then, so I'd learned quite a bit of boxing, maybe 6 years, I'm not too sure. And then I was on the way home from work. I was about 18 years old, and there's obviously with the postcode wars, I live in a town that is heavily affected by that. And I had, on the way home from work, I'd bumped into a few people that had jumped out their car and chased me to my doorstep. Obviously, I wasn't affiliated at all on the way home from work, and they chased me to my doorstep and pulled out a knife and stabbed me 3 times. And obviously, where I'd learned the basics of boxing, my guard's about here, and I'd been hitting the wrist. So you can imagine where that was going if I hadn't learned the basics at the time. So yeah, and then I ran away, jumped over the wall, and they pulled out a shotgun and shot next to me. Obviously, it didn't hit me. It hit my wheelie bin outside my house. It's still there to this day, the shots. And yeah, deep story, but yeah, that's kind of how sweet science affected my life. Learning just this in itself, I would say, practically saved my life, to be honest. And I feel like it goes so much deeper than just the boxing gym. Leroy done countless things for me outside of the boxing gym as well. I've been in life or death situations since being introduced to sweet science boxing, and I feel very grateful and very lucky to be able to stand here today and say sweet science boxing saved my life. Being a victim of knife crime, every now and again I question why I never made the decisions to carry a knife for myself. And I think a very, very heavy factor is just the environment that sweet science created for me at such a young age, and the morals it taught me. I remember when I used to go to a few of the sessions, I would have inspirational quotes dotted around the room inside of the boxing gym. And at the end of the session, we'd have to relay one of those quotes back to the coach, almost like as if we're trying to convince ourselves so that can easily stand for us. And there's no limit on the things that you can achieve. I'm now a person that makes it on this living, an aspiring musician at the same time, and also still dabbling in a bit of boxing as well. Who knows where that may take me in the future. I would like to think I'm not doing too bad for myself, and I genuinely believe that sweet science played a massive part and a massive role in the reason I've developed into the person I am today.